PlayStation, more like gay station. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to video. Last week I made a video on a PlayStation fanboy who was rubbing the fact that The Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year in people's faces and saying that because it won Game of the Year, that somehow meant that it was a good game all along and everybody who hated it and criticized it is wrong. Because, you know, if you win the most rigged and shitty award show on planet Earth, you're obviously a good game. They definitely didn't win because Sony just shoved a bunch of money in Jeff Keighley's pocket. Anyway, the PlayStation fanboys were not too happy with the video and they pretty much just cried all over my comment section. And I looked at it and thought to myself, content! So I'm just going to read their comments and tell you why they're dumb, pretty much. You sound so salty. He was just watching all the hate, which he wasn't watching the hate. I don't know how you came up with that. He was just rubbing the fact that the game won in people's faces and saying that because it won, people that criticized it looked stupid because it won. And therefore, it's a good game because Jeff Keighley said so. And it won many player awards as well. So what's up, bruh? You mad or something? What's up, bruh? What's up, bruh? Imagine being an adult black man and unironically commenting, what's up, bruh? You mad? What a fucking loser. Also, I decided to look it up and it's bullshit. It didn't win any player awards at all. All of the awards it won, yes, players could vote on them, but much like the Game of the Year award itself, Jeff Keighley and the boys had final say on if the game would actually win or not. And in the case of Game of the Year, we know that the most voted game was Ghost of Tsushima, so it wouldn't be too far off of thinking that at some of these other awards, Last of Us probably didn't win the player vote either. But again, I have no proof of that, and neither do you, so that can't breathe line was cringe, lol. Yeah, fair enough. So in the video, I made a pretty inappropriate joke that I thought was kinda funny. I'll play it for you now. What the fuck is this guy's laugh, man? He sounds like he's literally just joking to death. Officer, I can't breathe. Okay, that went a little bit far. So, looking back on it, I still think it could have been funny if the delivery wasn't shit, because it's two separate tapes. You hear me like doing his like laughter, and then you hear me all serious like I can't breathe. Like, it's not very funny. It should have I should have delivered it better. I should have done a re-recording perhaps, but I still thought it was kind of funny. I understand it might be too dark for other people, but regardless, it came out sounding cringe. Oh my god, the same guy left another comment. Also, fast selling PS4 game of all time. Yeah, doubt. And right now is the 5th most downloaded game on PlayStation. You really mad, bro? Just stop it. So I decided to Google this guy's claim that The Last of Us 2 is the 5th most downloaded game on the PlayStation. So let's look at the top 5 then. So number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 5 with 20 million sales, then Uncharted 4 with 16 million, COD Black Ops 3 with 15 million, Red Dead 2 with 14 million, and then number 5 is shockingly not The Last of Us 2, it's actually Call of Duty World War II with 13.4 million. Now, Last of Us 2 is all the way down at number 17 with only 4 million copies sold. Now, I know how console peasants work, so he's probably maybe gonna respond with something like, I said download it, so obviously I was referring to only the digital sales. But even if I were to say, okay, let's say that all 4 million copies that were sold were all digital games, right? Then the top 5 would probably still have sold more digital copies than 4 million, because 4 million is like less than half for all of them. So learn how to use Google, my guy, and then try and make shitty arguments. Stay mad. Yeah, I think the comment underneath this one replies to it perfectly. Anyone who has to make a video to diss The Last of Us 2 must be crying inside too. Cause their precious ghost lost. Cry me a river. You have a fucking Fortnite profile picture, so your opinion is invalid. And also, no one cares about who won the Game of the Year, and I have never played Ghost of Tsushima. Arguably, complaining about a game with such consistency is truly pathetic, considering that there are more important things out there. I have made, I think maybe 3 videos in which I complain about The Last of Us 2, including this one that you're watching right now. And just because there are more important things happening doesn't mean that I don't get to complain about less important things. There's always something more important happening. Like, I know that for a fact there's something more important you could have done in the time that you wrote this comment. Besides, objects don't mean anything, whether it be the Oscars or the fucking Game Awards. Yeah, I agree, the Oscars and the Game Awards both mean jack shit. But objects themselves do sometimes mean a lot, especially objects of sentimental value. You can tell by the way that this person wrote his comment or her comment, the way they speak, and how, objects don't matter, and you are truly pathetic that you don't care about the more important things out there. You can tell that this is just some 12-year-old desperately trying to act deep and intelligent. Like, these are the kind of people that end up in r/I am 14 and this is deep. The pickiness towards his laughter and etc. is low, considering it's done in a way where it's petty. I don't think you can do that in a way where it isn't petty. And also, I don't care. Furthermore, the George Floyd joke was completely uncalled for. It had the same comedic effect as Tyrone Magnus' comparison, despite not having played the game himself. So Tyrone Magnus compared The Last of Us 2 winning Game of the Year to George Floyd getting shot and killed. He was not joking when he said that. He was being fucking serious. I made a joke that I admit was cringy. Okay? They're in no way the same. Mine is a joke, his is a completely serious statement from a retarded man. According to a few of your videos, it seems that you have a similar level of immaturity as the people you criticize. I mean, wouldn't you consider a random person mocking your accent to be unnecessary as well? I don't think I would care if someone mocked my accent. I would actually say it would be completely valid to make fun of my retarded mix of 20 different accents. And also, why does the level of immaturity even matter? I'm not criticizing people for being immature, I'm criticizing people for being stupid. Like, in all of my videos, I'm either criticizing someone's content or I'm making fun of them for saying really stupid things and then explaining why the things they say is wrong. I realize very well how immature I am when I do those things. I'm probably the most immature person I know. I have never criticized someone else for being immature. By the end of the day, our own interpretations will rule us and influence our lives for better or worse. If someone likes something, it's best to not shame them for it, as it would only cause avoidable conflict, and upholding a measure of professionalism while discussing a subject is important too. This goes for everyone else in the world. You are so stupid. You're one of those people that is so fucking retarded but thinks they're like a genius. First of all, you say that it's best to not shame someone if they like something. While this man that you're defending literally made an entire video shaming people for criticizing The Last of Us and making fun of them because they didn't like it, and they are, according to him, objectively wrong because it won Game of the Year. And of course I can make fun of something he likes, okay? I don't care that he can like whatever he wants, right? I like plenty of shit that other people hate, okay? But that doesn't mean that I cannot have an opinion on his opinion, right? If you like something, I don't care, but if you like something and you're gonna prove to me why the thing you like is objectively a good thing and how I'm wrong, then you better bring actual arguments instead of just making dumb points that I can debunk in like 2 seconds. And what was it you said? Like, trying to uphold a measure of professionalism. Yeah, fuck you. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I want to make videos and criticize people with valid arguments and making actual points, but I don't want to act professional, because if I act professional, I'm just gonna turn out like D'Angelo Wallace and make boring ass 10-hour videos. I just want to make short, like maybe 10-minute videos of me acting like a cunt, but a cunt who does have some very good points, usually. Anyway, next comment. Statistics proved The Last of Us 2 sold well. Yeah, sure, man. Just keep telling yourself that. And was liked by many. I fucking doubt it. I know for a fact that it wasn't. You know, it was probably the most hated game that came out this year, but you know, sure. It had the highest completion rate of any PS4 game, proved by the amount of people who got the trophy for completing the game, which can easily be looked up. Don't know about you, but if I hate a game, I stop playing. I certainly don't complete it. Blah blah blah. Here is the fucking statistics, okay? So here's a list of the most completed games on the PS4, with the highest being Last of Us Part 2 with 58%. Now, if you look at all the games that are underneath The Last of Us, you will notice that all of them are way larger and way longer taking games, which would take way longer to complete. Also, almost all of them have sold way more copies than The Last of Us 2, which means that there would be way more players that had to complete the entire game to get a higher percentage of players that, you know, completed the game. Also, a lot of people, I do this too, complete a game even though we don't like it, so that we can criticize it to the best of our ability. Like, a lot of reviewers do this. I remember PewDiePie, I watched his live streams of the game. He fucking hated playing through the game, but he still completed it, right? Hard to argue with those numbers, mate. Yeah, I am going to argue with them. I have been, and also I looked it up, and here is a completely different list of games with the highest completion rate on PS4, and these stats are also of September 2020, which is the same as the stats you showed me, so either one of them is wrong, or maybe they're both wrong, I don't know, and frankly I don't care. I bet you liked the game really, but hoped jumping on the hate bandwagon would bring in some views. No. I didn't. I never played the game. I was never planning on playing the game. I played the first one. I liked the first one's story, but I fucking hated the gameplay. And when I saw The Last of Us 2, I realized that it was pretty much the same exact gameplay, and then the leaks came out revealing that the story was absolutely fucking horrendous. I decided I was not gonna buy this one. Talking about immaturity, that quote-unquote joke at 1:30, shaking my head, they're referring to the George Floyd joke, which I've already covered, and you still expect to take the moral high ground? Get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm not expecting to take the moral high ground. I'm not even criticizing his morals here. He didn't do anything morally wrong. If anything, I'm taking more of an intellectual high ground, I guess, because my guy was making arguments that made zero sense, and he was just being all around very fucking stupid. And I was just making fun of him and proving him wrong in what is quite an immature way. I realize that, and again, much like the other guy telling me to be more professional, I don't care. Well, anyway guys, I think this is the end of the video. Subscribe or I'll kill you, and goodbye.